come your way in like 1 minute.
So let's take a moment and see if we can't figure out.
We get it, great. If we don't, we don't.
Oh,
Hello everyone, and once again welcome back to Let's Learn XCOM 2. We're getting ready to go out on the third mission of the campaign. It's going to be our first council mission, and we're out there to rescue a VIP, which is in this case a scientist, which is going to be extremely helpful for us as we're getting ready to research magnetic weapons and our next set of armor. So very important. There's also going to be intelligence if we do this mission successfully, and that'll be crucial because we got to start making contact with other places within the map. Our Avatar project still hasn't started kicking on, but it won't be long before it does so, and we're going to need to be able to make contact with other countries before that gets into full gear. I'm going to just kind of skip over a little bit of this loading screen and get us right into the action here. Didn't miss anything, just a bunch of loading screens. So here we go on our map here, and you can see it's a timed mission. We do start concealed, so that's good. Our VIP is really right in the center of the map, and we have this huge gray area here that we don't really know what's going on. Could be high ground, could be something else. We've got another gray area over there. We don't know what's going on. Right away, the obvious spot to go is on top of this building. That'll give us that high ground advantage we're looking for and let us oversee the battlefield and kind of get an idea of who lives where. For our first move, I'm going to just move everybody up. Just kind of get them into cover, into position to be ready to move on top of this building. And
just stands out here and sparkles.
There we go. We see our first pod there. It's going to be a trooper and an officer. With that in mind, I think I want to figure out if they're moving or not first before we get too crazy in here. So I'm not going to dash anybody just yet. I want to see where they go. Well, I guess I'll dash the specialist, but just to get her into cover. Don't want to get too crazy and start yet. We do have 12 turns, and it's not that far, so. They are, in fact, moving, and they're moving closer to the building. This is good and bad. We definitely are going to want our sniper up there on top. Now, what I'm looking for here is to move him up here to where he's not in vision, because I don't know exactly what they can see on top of the building until I get up there. And now that I'm up there, I can see that they can't see anything on top of the building, so I feel much safer in moving him up here into cover. And he won't be revealed there. Now that I have him up there, I think I'm going to keep my ranger on the ground, so I can move around and potentially flank. Also, it keeps him up there to scout and see if there's anything else there. Our ranger does have Phantom now, so that'll be extremely helpful. Also going to bring my Grenadier up here and keep her on the ground as well. Again, flanking purposes, and I want to keep her in range for a grenade. Now my Specialist, I can go ahead and move her up, I think. We're still in concealment. I think I'm going to move her right by my sniper there. I don't want to get too far forward because I don't want to reveal another group that might be over there to the left. We're just going to overwatch here, I think, and watch him walk on through. And that's a really good spot. I love it when they do that, right next to a vehicle. Looks like a perfect spot for a grenade. I could take a shot here. It's not. Wouldn't be too bad. I can't see that officer with my sniper, which is a little bit concerning. I just take a quick second here also to check this pole. We do have a better than half chance of getting that, but I don't think it really needed at this point. It's not something I'm really especially after. So I think we'll go ahead and engage on these guys here. We won't get much better opportunities with them, I don't think, than right where they're at. The question is how? I could engage with the sniper and pretty much guarantee, almost guarantee, the kill on that trooper. Instead, I decide, let's just overwatch him. Both of the people on the roof and go with the grenade. I'm going to leave my ranger free to move if we need him. And here we go. Didn't kill our trooper, and didn't explode the vehicle. Sometimes they explode, sometimes they don't. This time he didn't. It's okay. I think we'll be fine. Our specialist sees our trooper there and disposes of him, which is nice for us. And our officer goes clear over there. So I got a couple options. I could bring my ranger all the way into here and use the sword to pretty much guarantee the kill. It won't be quite guaranteed, but he'll have a high 90s to hit with the sword. And do 3 to 6 damage, I believe, so almost guaranteed. Instead, I decide let's keep him concealed. Let's move him, into full cover, and everyone else is in good cover. He has to move, and our sniper is still overwatched from the last time, so there he goes. Need to drop a little bit of loot.
Right there.
Nice. And there goes the vehicle. Now we're going to move our specialist down here to the little thing here, the half cover position down here, and begin making our way towards the objective. Wait, that's not what happened. I think I need to explain. Not being entirely honest with you here. I did say I was going to show all of my mistakes. That's not what really happened. This is what really happened. I had intended to move my specialist down there, but I had the sniper selected and moved him down here. This was a big mistake. Let's take that back, shall we? Okay. Now, as I was saying, we move our specialist down here behind this thing. That was just, I mean, it was a mistake, and it was a one that was, I thought, pretty major mistake that would have really big consequences. I might have been fine to fight it out there, but I just didn't really feel like finding out. Anyway, get everybody into position here. Get everyone into full cover. We do see this next group up here with our Phantom Ranger. And as they move forward, we trigger a shot with our sniper. Evidently high ground advantage. Maybe he would have been better off on the ground. I don't know, because high ground advantage doesn't seem to have helped him there. He missed. Bob says we can't make a mistake. He's wrong. He's really wrong. And our specialist missed as well. What about our grenadier? Our grenadier missed as well. We're just really, really nailing these Overwatch shots here. Yeah, not even close indeed. So,
Firebrand has a limited window to provide extraction.
yeah, thanks for the encouragement, Bradford. You're a big help. So these two guys are right next to each other, again, right up next to a car. I just can't help but grenade that when they do things like that. So I think I'll do so. Our grenadier is in full cover, in great position, and we end up getting the 4 damage on our trooper, which is excellent. Now we don't have to waste a bullet. I've got pretty good shots with Carl here. The sectoid I'm not very worried about, but the trooper can shoot, so let's get rid of him. Beautiful shot, Carl. And now we only have the sectoid. I could pull in here. I thought about pulling in here into full cover and just kind of taking shots at him, But instead, I decide to get a little bit greedy. Now, I know I said in the last video, let's not get greedy, but in this case, I don't think I'm risking the entire squad by doing this. And we do get an advanced scope. The reason I don't feel I'm risking the whole squad is because I can still take a shot here, and even though it didn't kill him, I've still got my ranger here that I'm fairly certain can finish him off. Let's see if I made a major mistake. In this case, it didn't. You know, it's still a risk to do what I did and run out there and get that, but it's a more calculated risk. I still had 2 soldiers left that could do things as our random civilian dies, and then our car explodes here. Now, for the next few minutes, I'm just going to move people, so I'll speed up the film just a little bit so you don't have to watch. Basically, my thought process behind moving these guys is I want to get around to the other side of this truck and keep everybody into full cover. I won't be able to release our person until I get completely on the back side of that vehicle. That's where the door is going to be. So I just need to get everybody started moving there with only 7 turns left, including our sniper. I actually meant to move him this time. Alright. We'll slow everything back down because now we need to move in and engage here. There's no cover that I can get to in 1 turn, so I kind of move him over here to where he's in full cover and he's not easily flankable here. I don't think. Because we knew this group was going to be back there. We saw a flash of him when that car exploded. I got everybody else on Overwatch, and it pays off. Our specialist gets a shot off here. By everybody else, I mean just the specialist. Carl's got a okay shot, I guess, for considering how far away it is on this sectoid. But I think I'd be better off just moving him into full cover over here. Again, this timer's starting to concern me. Only 6 turns, and we still have at least 1 pack of enemies, maybe a couple. We need to get everybody moving. Get a move on here.
Take just a moment to thank you.
So we'll just overwatch these guys and see what the enemies do. The sectoid, I'm not too worried about. He's going to do some kind of side thing. And the trooper I'm a little bit worried about, but he's got to come towards us, which is why we have overwatches. Of course, our luck with overwatches is just phenomenal here.
Shot failed to connect.
Oh, there we go. Our sniper managed to hit something, and he overwatches. Fantastic. So, we still need to keep moving, but now we've got an overwatch to contend with, and we've lost sight of our sectoid. We're not really sure where he's at. We also have this zombie over here that we have to deal with. So, what I'd like to do is keep running people over to the other side of this car, but I don't feel really comfortable doing that with this trooper sitting here in half cover. We also have lost sight of the sectoid somewhere over there, and we've got this zombie over here that we have to worry about. So, got a couple things to work on here, and I think we have a couple options to deal with it. First of all, we can try and move our ranger on the other side of this car, keep him in full cover over here, and it might not trigger the overwatch to the point where we can just get a shot from a flanking position over there. But I'm not 100% certain we'll be able to. Grenade's another option. But I'd kind of like to save that if we can. We could also flashbang here. This would get rid of the overwatch. But I'd rather save the flashbang for that sectoid if we can. It's better for getting rid of mind controls and things like that. Finally, I decide on combat protocol, which is really what combat protocol is for at this stage of the game. Removing overwatches is just fantastic, and it also does that guaranteed 2 damage. Combat protocol is a great skill to have at this early stage of the game, and later it becomes even more powerful because it can do way more damage. Now that he's gone, I do feel more comfortable moving my ranger up here into full cover. Still don't see that sectoid. He's probably well in behind this car over here. So we do need to start getting everybody up over there. We've also lost sight of that zombie, so to keep in mind that he's still there as we move everybody up.
It's all wet and slick.
So
let's get ready to go and do it.
Decide to go ahead and move my sniper up
let's
just
go.
to get everybody out of here. Our specialist has already used combat protocol, so I can't really do anything. And as predicted, our sectoid was behind the car, and he is going to do his mind spin thing. Zombie, even if he was going in the correct direction, cannot reach us. He's be a tile short of hitting our specialist, even if he had gone in the right direction. So no worries there. Now, the problem is our ranger's disoriented. He's the one who I'd like to get over here and just finish off the sectoid, but since he's disoriented, he can't reach it. So it's a little bit more problematic than I would like, but nothing we can't overcome. Our Grenadier, I'd like to move her over here into full cover. The problem is, if we move her there into full cover, this sectoid is going to want to shoot next. Make no mistake about it. If we move her there, he's going to want to come over there and she will be flanked. So let's get Carl over here, and he doesn't have a good shot, but he does have this flashbang. This will remove two problems with us. This will make it so that the sectoid is less likely to shoot, or if he does shoot, it doesn't work very well. And it gets rid of our zombie friend. So that is why we keep those flashbangs around. They're very nice for dealing with those sectoids. Now, our ranger is still disoriented. He's still pretty well useless until that disorientation goes away. But I feel much more comfortable moving our grenadier up here into this full cover. And let's go ahead and move our specialist up. I've got to get her into position where she can get to the back of this truck. Could have reloaded her there. I just forgot about it, and it worked out okay in the end anyway. Still can't hit that sectoid with anything reliably, so we'll just overwatch here. He doesn't have a great shot on anybody, so he just overwatches.
Your window for extraction is closing.
Thank you, Bradford. It's okay to stop panicking. And as we can see here, our sectoid friend is overwatched, which limits our options once again. But let's see if we can't break it. Get a better shot. Looks like we have a better shot with the sniper rifle. It's not a great shot, but it's worth a try. Can't move anyway, and we get it. Very nice. Worked in our favor this time. That's great. Our ranger is still impaired by our disorientation here from the sectoid, which is very annoying. But we are in a position where we can flank this sectoid here. I'm not worried about anything on the other side of the map because we're very, very near the edge. See, you can see the red lines there. There can't be anything over there, so feel free to move up here, flank the sectoid, and murder him.
Target neutralized.
So now we need to get our VIP out there. We have 3 turns, which should be just enough to dash everyone over there. I'm going to get our specialist over here up close to the truck just to guarantee that we can actually get that hacked. I know specialists can hack from a distance, but you know, there's no reason to risk it since we don't have to. Finally, our disorientation is gone. We can hack with our specialist here and hopefully get this truck open. I do finally remember to reload her. It's a little late now, but nevertheless, it's done. Priority data, we have a pretty decent chance of getting that and almost no chance to get the watch list, and oh my gosh, she sucks at hacking, as it turns out. So I generally don't have very much luck with hacking. It's just, I don't know if it's the game or just my luck or what, but never rely on hacking
We've got the
because
VIP in tow. Move into evac.
Menace
my
1-5
chances are
status confirmed.
pretty
VIP is
terrible.
in tow. Proceed to the extraction point.
Okay, so now it's just a matter of getting everybody over to the extraction point, which we can pretty well do. I think in one turn, except in 2 turns, which we have. So let's just move everybody up to where we can get it next turn. Kind of guard our VIP here. I don't think there's anything on the map we have to worry about.
Today, the paint salesman's in town. Let's get started.
I'm on it.
And we do get reinforcements coming in here to drop in, but we're just going to ignore them.
Menace 1-5, we're picking up an enemy transport inbound on your
We don't
current position. Menace 1-5, you're out of time. Get to
Thanks,
the
Bradford.
evac point now.
On the move.
Bradford's such a whiner, such a panicker. Anyway, we aren't going to worry about the reinforcement drop because we're going to be out of here long before then. Let's get everybody in our little square here
Let's do it.
and get everybody out.
Just in time.
So this was a nice little mission. It went really, really smoothly, other than my one pretty stupid mistake,
What's
just
wrong with this?
not having the right soldier selected.
Firebrand. VIP is secure.
That could have been a pretty critical error had I
Status confirmed.
been
Mission
playing
accomplished.
on Iron Man mode and not been able to take that back. But, you know, it might have been okay. It might not have. We'll never know. I didn't go ahead and play that through. I just fixed it because it was just a stupid mistake. And that brings us to what did we learn? And the thing we learned today is make sure you have the right soldier selected before you move them. It could be extremely critical to your mission. Do not move your sniper when you intend to move your specialist. It basically comes down to pay attention before you make a move, which is a lot of what this airs in this game entail. Just pay attention. And it's a truly successful mission. I won't call it quite flawless, but because we did have that one snuffo, but soldiers did well. I'm going to take Haywire Protocol on our specialist, and going to take Shredder on our Grenadier here. Blast padding is okay, but I feel like, you know, that one extra armor point, at most points in the game, that one extra armor point is not going to save a life. Aliens just do too much damage. So there's our scientist. And I've been debating back and forth on how much stuff to cut out of these videos because, again, I'm concerned about them being too long. And one thing I figured is I don't want to cut out the base management completely because it is an important part of the game. So what I decided to do instead is I just speed it up for you so you don't have to sit here and listen to me talk for 10 minutes about relatively minor decisions. As you can see through here, I'm just going through and double checking my tech tree here, seeing if alien biotech is worth the research, and it does unlock some pretty cool things in the future. We don't have corpses for it yet, but I think it's only 3 days, so why not? In the meantime, just going to keep scanning, get some supplies here. Hopefully, if it lets us. There's a cutscene. We're going to skip through that. This does unlock the Advanced Warfare Center, which we need to get going as soon as possible. I think our next research project is going to be the Resistance Radio, because we're going to have to get these contacts going as soon as possible. We got a new room unlocked, but we don't have the supplies to access it yet. I do some debating on where to put this engineer. I could speed up the Guerrilla Tactics School. I could start cleaning debris. I would like to get to that power coil, so I decided to put the engineer in there. Not thinking, of course, that, hey, we're going to have power here in a moment. And then we'll find that out here in a second when I go to put in my Advanced Warfare Center. We don't have time to wait to get to that exposed power coil, so I'm going to go up here so I can put a power plant up there. And so now I'm going to go back here and scan for these rookies. Again, just trying to pass the time until something more interesting comes along.
Nothing on the local.
And there we have it.
We have a squad ready to
After a
move
brief
on the
cutscene, which we'll cut out,
currently
we have
seized
our
by the aliens.
first
Give the word
retaliation
and we'll move
mission,
Africa.
the Resistance Haven, coming up. So this will be what we cover in our next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's a little bit shorter, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So until next time, guys, wish me luck and see you later. We'll go on Operation Forgotten Law in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.